Hi guys, today I'm here with a cooking video. Tonight I'll be making stuffed pork chops. And to save a little bit of time, I have the stuffing in the bowl already. And I need to add a 16-ounce cup of hot water. So during the meantime, I'll be mixing up the stuffing. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I'm using a potato masher for mixing up the stuffing. I tried to mix it right away. It didn't work. The best way is to let it sit for a few minutes, then mix it up with the potato masher. Plus, I also need to add in a half a cup of this 16-ounce cup of hot water. I need a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to let it sit for a few minutes, and then after that I'll be mixing it up some more. I waited about 10 minutes, let the hot water work its way into the stuffing, and I'm just about done mixing it up. Hey Layla. No, this is not for you, Layla. Layla's right beside me, sitting, waiting to see what she's gonna get. And it's almost to the consistency that I want. As I said, Layla's sitting right beside me, wanting whatever I'm mixing up. It's not for you. It's not for you. Oh, is that so? Not for you, Layla. No. Got one package of pork chops defrosted in the microwave. I placed them in the microwave for 3 minutes, then rotated them and flipped them over, and put them back in for an additional 2 minutes. And I got a baking pan to put them in, and I'm going to take and grease up the baking pan with cooking spray. I'm going to grease it up kind of heavily, really good, just so nothing sticks to the pan. And I'm going about halfway up the pan and making sure everything is greased up. And before I go any further, I do need to put some water in the bottom of the pan. I almost forgot. Okay, I got about 1/4 inch of water in the bottom of the pan. And now I'm going to put my first set of pork chops in the baking pan that were defrosted in the microwave. You can even do this with extra thick pork chops. Anyways, I prefer to do it this way instead of buying pork chops that are 2 inches thick and then trying to handle them and slice them in the center to stuff them. So I just used 2 packages of pork chops instead. And as I'm placing the pork chops in the pan, I'm seeing the best way that they fit in, kind of squeezing them in kind of tightly. And then after that, I'll be putting the stuffing on them. Anyways, I had to do a voiceover because half of the audio has been dropping out. I'll be back. When I've been making videos, I've noticed that the audio has been dropping out quite a bit. So I need to pause that video segment and then restart, just to prevent audio from dropping out. Anyways, now I'm going to set stuffing on top of the pork chops. And the stuffing is pretty thick, kind of a thick consistency. And again, I'm just setting these right on the pork chops. I'm putting the stuffing right on the pork chops, spreading it out as I go along. And the stuffing was made to a thick consistency because the stuffing will pick up moisture from the water that's in the pan, and also from the pork chops and mushroom soup that is put on later. I know you want some, but can't give you any. No, not for a kitty. Layla wants the pork chops and stuffing so bad. She's sitting right by me begging for it, but I can't give her any. Not for a kitty. No. I know you want some, but can't give you any. Set of pork chops. I also defrosted these in the microwave. 3 minutes first time, then 2 minutes second time, after rotating and flipping them over. And I put these in the sink, washed them up good, and rinsed them off. I also rinsed off the first set of pork chops too. Anyways, now I'm going to put them in the pan on top of the stuffing. And as I'm putting them in the pan, I am looking to see the best way that the pork chops will fit in. Like if the top end is wider than the bottom, then I would rotate the pork chops so that they would fit in the best way that they could go in. Anyways, got all the pork chops in the pan, and now I'm gonna put on a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and then after that, the mushroom soup next. I'm gonna sprinkle on a little bit of salt. I know this is a Parmesan cheese shaker, but we put salt in it. So I'm going to sprinkle on a little bit of salt. Shoot. Oops. And now I'm gonna sprinkle on some pepper. I'm just slightly putting on a little bit of pepper on the pork chops, just mainly for flavor and taste. The pepper plugged up in between, got it unplugged, and just about done with the pepper. And then after that, I'll be putting on the mushroom soup. I'm going to be putting in a couple of cans of mushroom soup. But first, I need to open up the package. Set those two aside. Take the wrapper off and open these cans up. And Layla's back. She heard a can opening, so she thinks it's something good for her. Get the other can opened. Holy. Ah, she's hard to open. Next, I need to look for something to scrape out the cans with. I do have a smaller one, but the smaller one is in the dishwasher, which the dishwasher is waiting to be hooked up. So I'm just going to work it in and scrape the can out. I'll be back. I gotta look for that smaller one. Okay, I'm back. I found a spatula. It's a little bit smaller. I can get in the can better with it. One more can to scrape out. Anyways, I got both cans scraped out pretty good, the best that I could. And now I'm going to take the mushroom soup and spread it all over the pork chops, making sure it covers up the pork chops. And as you see, I'm just spreading the mushroom soup around, making sure the pork chops are covered. Had an unexpected error. Believe it or not, my phone was overheating, my Samsung S7, so I just took the phone and placed it in the freezer for a few minutes to cool it down. Anyways, I'm spreading out the mushroom soup, making sure it's covering everything. Making sure all the pork chops are covered. Couldn't believe my phone overheated. So I just took it in, tossed it in the freezer to cool it down. And now to cover it up and put it in the oven. Oh, where did I put the cover? Okay, I found the cover. I left it on the table. Okay, and before I put this in the oven, I need to remove the boards, set the oven, and remove an oven rack. And this will take anywhere from like about 2.5 hours, somewhere around there. I'm gonna set the oven on 350 so it cooks slow. Don't need anything to burn. So I'm setting it on 350, and I'll be back in about 2.5 hours, maybe 3 later. I'll be back. Just waiting for it to come up to temperature, and it'll take about 2.5, maybe 3 hours to thoroughly cook. And here's Leila. She's been by my side all along, waiting to see what she'll get. Leila was by my side all the time, just waiting to see what pork chops or stuffing that she may get. Okay, I'm back to check on the pork chops. Ooh, they're steaming, looking really good. The pork chops are about halfway done. So what I did is I turned up the oven to 400 from 350. And hopefully in about an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2, the stuffed pork chops should be done. Looking really good though. Gonna put the cover back on, slide it back. Okay, I got myself a pork chop, got some stuffing, and warmed up some corn. And yes, I had to put a fan in the kitchen. The kitchen was getting too hot from the oven being on. Ooh, is that so good?